Hello everyone, Froe here for another Let's Play episode. Man, I'm excited to show you what I got planned for today, but something I normally don't do is show you what I do between episodes, and usually that's because it's pretty boring and grindy, but I figured today I'd show you what I got done. So, between episodes I got some armor upgrades done. Killed the killer rabbit. Did some mining. Repaired my tools. Bred some animals. Harvested a bunch of resources. Got into a boss fight. And died. And I finished the grazing fields for the cows. So yeah, that's what I did between episodes. Now let's get into the actual episode now for today. What am I doing at Death Island? Well, if you remember, Death Island was built as a place for us to fight mobs, in particular boss mobs, and what I've gone ahead and done is AFK here for quite a long time here to gather up a whole bunch of boss mobs for us to fight on camera here. So, the first boss mob I wanted to fight is actually a pretty easy one, I think. So it's right over there, and its name is Vanta, I think. It looks like it's a wither skeleton, so that should be really fun to fight. Taking a look, this is what I'm wearing, so I've got my guardian gear on. Alright, let's go ahead and fight for it. Charge! So it's got a fire bow, that's pretty cool, but it's got a pretty slow attack rate, so this is a pretty easy boss fight. Cool, let's see what we got. Okay. Nothing really spectacularly good. As I'm over here, I also noticed there's a killer rabbit here, so let's take care of this guy too. This guy's killed me a couple times now, but I'm wearing my stronger armor, so it's a little bit easier. Alright, so I hit him at once, and then he kind of runs away and freaks out, so fighting him out in the open like this is definitely not the way to go. If you notice, he's barely able to hit me. Perfect. Okay, we got him. So what he dropped. Ooh, a mending trident. That's perfect. Other than that, oh, that's actually a pretty good shield too. So fighting these boss mobs is actually a fantastic way to get like super good loot. Even the rapid drops pretty good stuff. All right, so I re-geared and we're going to do a third boss battle here for today's episode. I think there was another one that spawned in here. Where was it? Oh yeah, Dread Knight. So let's see if we can get him out of hiding here. Oh yeah, this is a scary looking guy. Come on. Yeah, let's run away. So I re-geared a little bit. I put on my Speedster chestplate, which gives me a little bit of a speed boost. Okay, I just want to see how hard this guy hits. Okay, yep. We don't want to let him hit me. But it seems like he's just a little bit slower than I am, so the librarian villager too. That's awesome. Oh, let's run away. Oh, let's really run away. Wow. Yeah, he's got a lot of health. Run into the water again. That's my crutch. I don't have like anywhere to like get them stuck on something or hide, so I kind of just have to run into the water to heal up. Oh, I do have an ender pearl. We can use that to get away a little bit. Where'd he go? Hey, are you gonna come fight me or not? Get a little... Oh, oh. Oh, if I die from this, that'd be so unfair. gotta run away. I don't want to die. Okay. Oh man, he is so strong. Holy cow. Oh, we finally got him. Perfect. Hopefully we get something good from this. Not really good. Yeah, none of those are good. What about the quartz? Oh, that's a pretty good speed boost. Almost 10%. So in fighting those boss mobs, I realized that there's a couple problems with the Death Island right now, which is good. That's the reason why I wanted to fight them there, so that I could kind of learn more about how I want to do it in the future. Basically, it's going to boil down to I need to add in some obstacles and different ways for me to like run away from the boss mob so I could heal up if I need to, as well as make it so I can use ranged weapons. I also want to have like potion dispensers, and ender pearls would be good, and just different ways to move around in the island and the arena that I'm going to build, I think would be good. But that's all in the future. I don't quite have the ability to handle any of that right now because I don't have access to the nether, so I can't make potions, and I haven't gotten to the end yet, so I can't get a bunch of ender pearls. So before we move on to our project today, I wanted to show you I made a couple changes to the storage room here. You're gonna have to let me know what you think. I just did this on a whim, so I didn't put a lot of thought into it. First off, I added some spruce trapdoors here as kind of like a balcony, like a fencing, like a wall. I think it looks pretty good from this angle. And then I changed the walls out here. I did smooth sandstone, and then like the nicer sandstone there, and then I added some decorations, some leaves for color. This is some head I got from the data pack I'm using. Added dark oak trapdoors here to smooth the transition down here and just add a little bit more texture. I think it looks pretty good. I got my project book and I wanted to make a couple changes to it because I think we finished the grazing fields. I got all the grass laid, I got the walls done. I think we can consider this project done, so I'm going to go ahead and remove that from the list. But I'm going to add something right away to it. I'm going to add barn to it. Over that direction, I want to build like a kind of a bigger barn to hold my llamas and any other farm animals I want, like horses, and just like have a general area for animal supplies to be stored there. So I'm going to add that to the list as well. With that said, thinking about what I want to do today, I think I want to finish the Sacrificer 2.0. Finally get that done. So before we cross off the Sacrificer 2.0 from our projects list, I think we need to talk about what we want to do in terms of that. So first of all, we need to get the building done, of course, itself. And then I also want to go through and maybe redo the redstone a little bit. So just a quick reminder, this is what we got done last episode. We built this hall area. It turned out pretty good. We're going to have items that are not sacrificed. The ones we get to keep come out here. So I have to wire that up still. It shouldn't be too hard. And then over here is going to be where items that are sacrificed come out. On top of that, we have a sound effect, like a little tune playing while the machine is running. And then we also developed a little fireworks show. So let's take a look at it. Go ahead and throw, we'll just throw one single item inside, which is just like that. Machine's going to turn on. I turned it off while I was working on it, so this is going to turn it on now. As soon as I place this hopper, boom. And this is what it sounds like while it's running. I'll turn up the volume a little bit so you can hear it. And then as soon as I press this button, the fireworks show will happen. Music will turn off. But that's what we have done so far. The goal for today then is to cover up the firework area, finish and polish up the building here, and get this little redstone contraption done, and then maybe fine tune or explain a little bit more about the tune I made. To get us started, I wanted to create an access to our redstone, and so I think I'm going to put that here. So I have a piston over there that's going to push this half slab back a block like that, and then we'll have a ladder that brings us down. And the way I'm going to open this up is by dropping an item right onto this grass here. And the way we're going to do that is by putting a hopper minecart over here. So I'm going to place a hopper there, a rail here, and then the hopper minecart right there. But I want to make sure that I can retrieve whatever item I drop into the hopper. So I'm going to make a dropper come right here and then have these hoppers feed into it. So now when I drop an item here, it's going to get dropped off into this dropper here so I can pick it back up. So I'm not losing any items. And now we just have to detect when items are inside of this dropper and activate it when there are. So I'm going to put a block here. So if there's an item inside of this dropper, it's going to power this block, take that signal and push it over there. So now whenever I throw an item inside of here, it's going to get automatically dropped out. Now we have to create a monostable circuit, which is just a 1 tick pulse. So the way we're going to do this is by putting a piston here with a block on top of it. This block will be powered whenever there's items in the dropper, which will power this over here. So we just have to have a repeater to carry the signal from this block. So now what we're going to notice is if I drop an item in the dropper, the piston turns on. And from the monostable circuit, we just have to run a wire all the way to the piston that we wanted to retract. So this is what it's going to look like in operation. If I throw an item inside of here, the door is now closed. If I throw an item back through here again, it's going to open. And it's going to stay open until I throw another item through. So, cool. And I got it all sealed up. So this is what it's going to look like now. You can drop an item here. Gets dispensed over there so you can pick it up. And then the door stays open now. And it's just going to stay open until I drop another item through to close it. Cool. Next step is going to be moving this item stream from here to this area. And remember, this is where the items come out that are not sacrificed. So we want to move that over to this spot. And doing this should be pretty easy. I just have a vertical water stream right here, and that's where the items get deposited into. And then I have a water current that brings them to this spot. So then all I have to do is just change the direction of this current from going straight to having a little bit of a bend this direction. And then moving this water tower over to here. And I got that done, so next step is going to be to finish the roof and overall just building itself. I wanted to start by taking this shape we have here and bringing it out a block this direction. I think that would look good. Aha! So at this point I've been working for a little while. I'm kind of just adding like more and more details as I go at this point. I like the color scheme and I like the shape of everything, but you know, I'm kind of at that point in the build where I'm like, should I continue trying to push forward and make something that I really like and think looks good, or should I just start over? I'm not sure. Trying to get a better view for you. Yeah, I'm not sure. It looks good. Like there's a lot going on. I like the shape of everything. The sandstone like ring I made out there though is just a little bit too bulky. But from the inside, it looks pretty good. Like once I get the birch wood all sorted out. Well, you know what they say, whenever you're in doubt of your build, always just add spruce trapdoors. It makes everything better. So that's what I'm trying. Let's see if it works. And here we have it from a distance. It's definitely coming together. It's really not the style that I originally envisioned, but I mean, it's looking pretty good. So I think I'm going to keep it. I mean, just because it doesn't fit, ooh, look at that. That doesn't match up. Let's put that there. Just because it doesn't match what you normally envisioned doesn't necessarily mean that you have to start over or try again. Like when I first started to design this build, I didn't really have anything in mind. I just kind of went with it, and this is what I came up with, and it looks pretty good. It's kind of weird. Like it doesn't make sense. But it looks pretty good. Now I just have to add this level of detail to the entire build. And I got the detailing done. Let's take a look at it. So the front I already kind of showed you, but I worked a little bit more on it. As we progressed through here, I added a whole bunch of little details all around, and I just realized I forgot a trapdoor here, so I'll fix that off camera. But yeah, you're gonna have to tell me what you think. I went a little bit crazy. I really like the color scheme though. I think it looks very good. The spruce trapdoors again add so much character to the build. I think they go so well with all the colors I've chosen. I try to add as many little curves and arches as possible, and like little trusses and just little details. I like these, like the trapdoors around the pillars. I think they add a cool effect. I have those every once in a while. The walls look really good. The sandstone walls, I think they're like a vertical half slab, which is kind of cool. I kept that like window thing different than this one. I think they look pretty cool different together because they don't quite mirror each other. This is more like a grand entrance, and I like the way it looks from both sides. And then over here is just like a wall. But again, we have arches all across. Yeah, I think I like the way it turned out. But anyways, guys, I just wanted to say I'm sorry for not really showing me the process of building the building. It's really difficult. It takes a long time to actually build something, and then for me to like record along the way and have to edit that down, it's actually a really big challenge. And so again, I decided to just kind of cut all of it and then just show you the finished product. But I do promise you, one of these days, guys, I'm going to show you the entire process of me building from start to finish so that you too can be as bad of a builder as me. Yeah, but actually I do want to do that. I think it would be a fun challenge for myself. So I'm going to do that eventually here. But we did get the sacrificer done, and I actually died twice. Twice between episodes, I guess. So I got to sacrifice 2 sets of items today. And the first set, I was wearing this gear here. So we're going to go ahead and throw that into the Sacrificer 2.0. Get this thing up and running. Hopefully the music is audible on YouTube, but not too loud. Hopefully it's not drowning me out. So now down below, the items are being shuffled randomly around so that we don't know which item we're going to sacrifice. And then as soon as I press this button, boom, one of the items will be sacrificed. The music will quiet down, and a little firework display will happen. Yeah, I only have purple right now, so I gotta get more colors too eventually, but let's see what item got sacrificed. Oh, man! My quartz. Oh, man, this has been with me for a long time too, so that's kind of a bummer. And then the rest of my items are just right here. Perfect. And I'm back at Death Island because that's where I left my other set of armor that I was wearing when I died, and I figured since I'm here, I might as well show you. I worked on the lighthouse quite a while ago, and I just never really got around to showcasing it. So the outside of it is basically done. I just have to do the redstone on top along with the lights. But again, you're going to have to let me know what you think. I'm actually really happy with how this building turned out. I really like the walls on the base here, and as they go up, they add so much depth to the building and like shape. It doesn't look as blocky, or like the edges aren't as jagged. So I really like how it turned out. And then on top, it looks pretty good too. Again, I based this off of a real lighthouse that I've been to in real life. Which, I don't know, maybe isn't that impressive, but where I live in the world, that's kind of cool to have an actual lighthouse in my area. Because I'm kind of a landlocked area normally. But yeah, so let me know what you think of this. Got the items all assembled, so we got our guardian helm, pants, spider silk bow, and our guardian boots. And then we got the true blade, which I used in the boss battle because it has sharpness 5. And then I also had hastened pickaxe, I think, on me, and then also Thor's trident. So those are the items we're going to sacrifice. Let's go ahead and throw them on in. I always like to let it run for a little bit. Plus, I like the tune. And that should be enough. We get to watch the show again. Try to get a different angle this time. Cool, let's check out what item got sacrificed. What? Oh! Oh my goodness, he stole my sword. Oh, that jerk. Oh, okay. Well, the rest of my items should be over here. Alright, so he has... Huh. Well, I guess we gotta keep him then. And he'll just be the holder of True Blade. Cool. So with the sacrificing out of the way, I do have some bad news for us. I was gonna go check on the llamas and try to check out if we got any strength 4 ones in between episodes, and well, I guess I'll just show ya. Let's take a look. Do you notice something or a whole bunch of something missing? Yeah, so I came to check on them, and all my llamas, all the ones that I had bred, had disappeared. I bred one more recently, but otherwise I only have the original 4, and I had like up to 16 other ones here that all despawned. And the reason why is, well, I kind of forgot that since they have like this pattern on them, the weird carpet pattern, they're actually counted as wandering trader llamas. And wandering trader llamas despawn if they're not tamed. So here I was breeding up all these trader llamas and letting them grow up, and I was going to tame them and do all that on camera with you this episode, but they all despawn. So I guess we're kind of back at ground zero here. But we can get some bread here. The only problem is like sometimes these guys, I don't think, like I've never gotten these two to breed together. It's only ever been these two, so it's really weird. I don't know why. Aha, so now we're back at our storage room here, and I just wanted to go through our project book a little bit. So I think we can officially cross off the Sacrificer 2.0 from our list. However, I am going to add something more to it now and replace it. So something I think would be really cool to build in anticipation for the Nether update would be to build a Nether portal room. So I'm going to add that to the list. So with crossing off the Sacrificer 2.0 and adding on another item here, that made me think I need to start prioritizing a little bit on my project to-do list here. So we added the barn and the Nether portal room this episode, and I was kind of thinking about my various projects I have here. Death Island is pretty darn close to being done, and so is my mob farm and EXP farm. So I think we could actually get those done pretty quickly here. My other projects like the underwater tunnel or secret project or the graveyard, I haven't even started yet. So I need to start crossing off some of these items that have been on here for a while. But we'll work on that next episode. So I wanted to say thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed today's episode. Go ahead and give me any feedback you have. Just a quick recap on what we did. We did some boss fighting, and we worked on the Sacrificer 2.0. Now, I know what you're thinking. Oh, Fro, you didn't get that much done this episode. Let me tell ya, in between episodes, man, did I put the grind on. So I know I only showed you like a 1 or 2 minute little bit of a montage of what I did, but I did a whole lot more of resource collecting. And that just makes it a lot more smoother to continue with this Let's Play here, but it does take a lot of time. Plus, building stuff like the Sacrificers eats up a lot of time too. Hopefully you enjoyed the episode and you thought that we got enough done. Give me some feedback on how I did in terms of building. I know it's interesting and chaotic, but you know, any suggestions to improve it would be really liked, as well as anything else you have for me. I'd really like the feedback. But other than that, thanks for watching. I hope you have a nice one. See you next time.